Alright, sorry, so where were we? Right here, 24 divided by 2, that gives me 12. So again, I'm going to carry my whole number. I probably should have done it by 12 or divided by 4 right here as a common factor for both the 48 and 140. But, you know, you live and you learn. So 24 divided by 2 gives me 12. That's my new numerator. And 70 divided by 4. Where did I do that math? I believe that is 35. Yes, let me double check that with my calculator. 70 divided by 2. Yep. So I can't simplify this further, so my new answer is 2 and 12/35. So remember, as you're doing this, just make sure you are not simplifying before you make this into a mixed number. So you can make it into a mixed number and then go ahead and simplify, okay? Simplifying is your last step. Alright, so let's do the next one. I think we're pretty good for division of mixed number with mixed numbers. So let's go ahead and move on to the last type. So what if I gave you a problem like this? Let me scoot this down a little bit. Bumping into my side math. What if I did 2 1/4 divided by 3, a whole number? Oh no, you say, oh no. But don't worry about that, because here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this number and we're going to make it into a fraction. So remember, let's look at these. Let's look at this one. How does this look like a fraction? You can see that there's this bar, which I can't remember what the name of it was, but this bar is right here. What if I put a bar right under the 3? What do you think would go under as the denominator to make it still represent 3? If you said 1, you are correct. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. So now I have made 3 into a fraction. So whenever you guys have a whole number, you don't need to, for some reason I saw a lot of you try to make this into a mixed number, and you did something like, I don't know, you would get like 12/4. No, don't do that. You don't need to remake a fraction. You already have it right here. So if it's a whole number, always put it over 1, okay? That's just a rule. So since step 1 is always to take any mixed numbers you have and make them into improper, I'm going to start with that. So the only one I need to address is my dividend, right? So let's go ahead and do that. So 2 times 4 gives me 8. Remember, when we're doing that, we're just multiplying our denominator by our whole number, and our product is 8. We add our product to our numerator, which is 1, and we get 9. That number is now our new numerator for our new division problem. So I'm going to rewrite it down here. So I'm going to take all of that, put the 9, and then I want to go back to my mixed number and look at my denominator. That 4, I'm just going to take that and put that down there because I can use that. So I'm going to take the division sign, because remember, we're going into step 2. I'm rewriting it as I go. So divided by 3/1. I'm going to keep that. Now I have finished step 1. I've changed from mixed number to an improper fraction, and I have also finished step 2 by rewriting my division problem in improper fraction form. So I'm going to go ahead and do step 3, which is, I hope you said KCF, keep, change, flip. So I'm going to keep 9/4. So again, I like my little arrows because that just helps me visually see what I'm doing. I'm going to keep 9/4. I am going to change the division sign to a what? I want to change it to the opposite, which is multiplication. And then I want to flip or find the reciprocal of 3/1, right? And I'm just going to do that by doing 1/3. All right, am I ready to solve? I sure am. So I'm going to multiply across. So the way you read this, I'm going to do 9 times 1 gives me 9. And then 4 times 3 gives me 12. Are you going to simplify right here? You better not say yes. We are not simplifying yet. Remember, that is your last step. So 9/12, I want to go ahead and take that and maybe make it into a mixed number. Can I make that into a mixed number? I hope you said no, because 9 is smaller than 12. I cannot make that into a mixed number. So now, since I have established that, I've clarified that, can I simplify now? I hope you said yes. So I'm going to pick a number that can be divided into 9 and 12, and I want to pick 3. So 9 divided by 3, and 12 divided by 3. 9 divided by 3 gives me 3. 12 divided by 3 gives me 4. My new number, or my answer, is 3/4. Awesome. So let's do another one for practice. So if you guys want to pause the video, I'm going to write the question up here. If you want to pause it and try to follow with your steps that I gave you in the previous video, go ahead and do so. So here we go. Let's give you, let's do that one. 3 1/3 divided by 1/3. So if you guys want to go ahead and pause that now, pause it, and I'm going to go ahead and work it. All right. So hopefully you guys already came up with the answer. So first step, remember step 1, as you guys are taking a test or, you know, tomorrow, or you're working through any type of problems, just please make sure you guys just follow your steps. So step 1, mixed numbers, yes or no? I hope you say yes. Yes, I've got one right here. I want to make it into an improper fraction. So let's do it. I want to take my denominator times my whole number. So 3 times 3 gives me 9. Don't forget, I'm going to add my product to my numerator. I get 10. This number is now my new numerator in that improper fraction. So I'm going to put that 10 over there, and then I'm going to take my previous denominator and put it on the bottom. Now, they call it improper because that top number is bigger than the bottom. So I'm going to take the division sign, I'm going to put it down here. I'm rewriting my problem. Remember, this is step 2. If you guys are consciously thinking about it, that means so far so good, right? And then I'm going to take 1/3 and put it down here as well. Whoops. Am I ready to do step 3? I sure am. What's step 3? I sure hope you said keep, change, flip. Alright, so let's go ahead and make our little arrows. I'm going to bring down 10 over 3, right? Because K stands for keep. C stands for change the division to its opposite, which is multiplication. And I want to flip 1/3, so I want to find the reciprocal of 1/3 by doing this, 3 over 1. Now, am I ready for step 4? I am. I'm going to go ahead and multiply across. So again, the way you read this is 10 times 3. So if you're not putting anything here, if you're writing it like this, ooh, Mr. Linsky's going to come after you. I'm just kidding. But for real, go ahead and put your order of operation, what you're doing, because that does help signify what you're going to do. So 10 times 3 gives me 30, and 3 times 1 gives me 3. So is this an improper fraction? I hope you said yes. Yes, it is. So let's go ahead and make it into a mixed number. Remember, we want to get our whole number first, and if this one happens to go into the numerator, the denominator happens to go into the numerator equally, but in case it didn't, you know how we get our numerator. It's just the difference, right? So 3 goes into 30 10 times. So my answer here is 10. Oh, there's a theme of 10. I feel like we already did that one. I think we did. That's okay. Alright, so let me give you one more for practice, and I think I'm good to let y'all go. If you guys want some more, I will just leave them on the paper, and I'll put the answer right next to it, alright? That way you can do it yourselves and see if you got the answer. So let's look at, what if my whole number was first? So what if I did 5 divided by 1 1/2. So let me make sure we didn't do that one. We did not. So 5 divided by 1 1/2. What do I need to do first? Step 1, just keep telling yourself. I know it's super redundant, but the more you just tell yourself this, you're going to get in the groove of not making mistakes and knowing what to expect. So step 1, mixed numbers. Yes or no? Yes. So I have one right here. I want to go ahead and fix that. So I'm going to do denominator times whole number. 2 times 1 gives me 2. And then product plus my numerator is 1. So 3. 3 is my what? It's my new numerator. So I'm going to take that and do 3 over my old denominator, right? 2. That is my new improper fraction, right? 3 over 2. So I'm going to take that and I'm just going to write that over here, right? Because I want it to be neat. So 3 over 2. So I'm going to take my 5. I'm going to bring down my division sign. And I'm going to take 3 over 2, right? Now, have I just done step 2? Yes, I did. So this was step 1. This was step 2. Now, step 3. I kind of wrote it over step 3, but that's okay. So step 3 is I'm going to do keep, change, flip. So I want to keep my 5. So remember, 5 is also what? How is that written as a fraction? So remember, if I said if it's a whole number, all you have to do is put that whole number over 1, right? Because the way we read this is 5 divided by 1. 5 divided by 1 is just 5, right? So perfect. I got that taken care of. Let's go ahead and change my division to the opposite, which is multiplication. I want to flip 3 over 2. I want to find the reciprocal. That's 2/3. Am I ready? Because this was step 3, right? Step 3. I'm going to abbreviate. So am I ready for step 4? I sure am. So the way we read this is 5 times 2 is 10. 1 times 3 is 3. So that was step 4. Now, is this an improper fraction? It sure is. You see how that 10 is bigger than the 3? The numerator is bigger than the denominator. So what I want to do is do not simplify yet. Remember, simplifying is last. Simplifying is last. So let's change it into a mixed number. So let's do equals. Now, how many times can 3 go into 10? It can go in there 1 time. Can it go any more? How about 2 times? Yeah? 3 times 2 is 6. But I still got a little more. What about 3 times? Can 3 go into 10 3 times? If you said yes, you are correct. So 3 can go into 10 3 times. 3 cannot go into 10 4 times because that's too much, right? 3 times 4 gives me 12. 12 is greater than my numerator. So 3 goes into 10 3 times. Remember, what's left, or my difference, is what goes in the numerator. So 3 times 3 is 9. 9 is 1 less than 10, right? So 10 minus 9 is 1. That goes in my numerator. Now I want to just carry my denominator and keep it there. Now I want to look. Lastly is to simplify. Can I simplify 1/3? No, I can't. So is that my answer? Sure is. Awesome job, guys. So here are some extra problems. If you want to work them out on your own. Let us see. Let's see. Here we go. You guys try that one and this one. And then I'm going to figure that out. I'm just going to show you what it would look like really quickly. Please do not do that on your test. Don't just do that in your head, all right? So I want you to work out each step, but I just want to show you the answer. So this is me quickly working it out. Please don't do it like that because you will make a mistake and I don't want you to, all right? So 8 goes into 95 11 times, and my difference is 7 over 8. So you guys should have got 11 over 7. All right, let's do the last one. So 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. 9 over 4 divided by 3 over 1, because remember that's a whole number. All whole numbers go over 1. So I'm going to do keep, change, flip. I did that all in one step right there. Please don't do that again. 9 over 4 times 1 over 3. 9 over 12. Can I reduce this? Yep. Divided by 3. Divided by 3. 3 goes into 9 3 times. 3 goes into 12 4 times. 3/4. Alright guys, so hopefully that's enough practice for you. If you have any other questions, just let me know and we'll review before the test, like 1 or 2 questions, just to clarify. Good luck guys, study hard!